Sir Lincoln's Jewels, Sir Lincoln 154 and 6. Sir Lincoln, Lincoln Farms Emerald.
Hi, Miles Gaisley, Volkswagen dealer. Buy the new Golf 790 kilowatt DSG automatic and receive a free G-Spec upgrade of 18-inch alloys and privacy glass valued at $3,000. Only at Gaisley Volkswagen, Gaisley.com.
When New Zealand's leading studs and stables want scientifically formulated nutrition for their horses, they use Pella Mountain's range of equine supplements. Free phone 0800 848 276. Pella Mountains, providing premium equine nutrition.
$25,000 pick six to play into tonight, and taking us through all of the action there is Craig the Wild Thompson. Craig, a very warm good evening to you. It's that time of the year where you all get excited about. We're building towards Cup Week. That's right. Looking forward to catching up with you next week. I'll say good evening to you and to the viewers. Michael Guerin on the other side of this.
Thanks, Matt. Very good evening to you and to the viewers as well. You're 4 days away from New Zealand Cup Day at Addington. Looking forward to being there with you, Matt, along with Michael and Greg, and a couple of Australian visitors as well, including Gareth Hall from In The Gig. Alexandra Park tonight, though, fantastic night in the city of Sales, Matt. Super overhead conditions. We haven't had a breath of wind. Track's in wonderful water at the moment, and it's been a cracking day. We've had a high of about 22 degrees here in Auckland. I expect them to run some time. We've got the reappearance of the Oaks winner here at Alexandra Park tonight in Ideal Bell. Barry Pern's got a strong hand. He's got 3 in that race. Democrat Party resumes tonight, and he's got Heart of Dixie in there. Nice undercard as well, including 3 Mark Purden runners in here tonight. Stroke of Luck kicks them off in race number 1. My best bet of the night, well, there's a couple of short price favourites tonight. I do think All-Star Angus will win the last, but the $1.20 is too short for me, so we won't go that. I thought Ideal Bell probably win tonight, but $1.60 again too short. So we'll just go outside the square a little bit. Junior Drivers Race, race 7. Tassie's Devil, a horse that I thought's got a wonderful record over the 2,700 metres tonight. I thought it's well placed in that event. And a driver that drives it regularly, Ben Butcher, takes to drive Tassie's Devil. We'll make that the best of the shorties tonight. Race 7, runner number 8. Runners on the track for the first tonight, 5 minutes out from the first leg of the quaddie. Of course, an early quaddie starts race number 1 tonight, the Sea Lord Mobile Pace. With just the 8 race program, quaddie races will be races 1 and 5 tonight. And of course, pick 6, an early start, 7:30 for race number 3. Will kick off the $25,000 pick 6. That driver on screen, Zach Butcher. Here's your favourite for the Drivers' Challenge tonight. Zach's got 5 drives. Stroke of Luck, All-Star Angus, Democrat Party, Emmanuel and Al Bundy. Expect at least 3 of them to start. Favourite tonight, he's $1.55. David Butcher, who we've already talked to tonight, will play that in prior to race number 3. He's $2.50 in the Stonewall Stud Drivers' Challenge. Scott Phelan, $12. Brett Mangos at $14. And any other individual driver at a quote of $14 tonight. Stonewall Stud sponsor our Drivers' Challenge tonight. And Zach Butcher has a great book of drives, 5 of the 8 tonight, and at least 4 of them I expect to start favourite. That horse on screen, or just off screen now, Stroke of Luck. Very good last start behind Hickstead. And what stacks that form up so well? Hickstead won very impressively yesterday at Rangiora. He's a nice type by Major and Art. This one owned by the Kennards and the Grangers. Zach Butcher takes the drive. Never easy coming right-handed first up, but he's a sensible type. He was, I think, 185 this morning. He is 170 at the moment, book and tote, and I think he is the horse to beat in race number 1 tonight. Stroke of Luck on top for me. Dangers outside him. Well, I thought 7, A Touch of Success. Lovely horse this, who ran into a real good debut runner in LeBron at the park last start. Did plenty of work, hit the front at the top of the straight, and LeBron just came off his back and got him inside the last 50 metres. He'll take further improvement out of it. He was good enough to win a race at 2, Touch of Success. And I think he is the main danger at $5.80 to the favourite tonight. So 6 to beat 7. I thought 3 Appassionato with a bit of gate speed and inside draw. Wouldn't be surprised if Philip Butcher looks to go forward. She has got good gate speed. She can use it from that draw tonight. Appassionato coming out of the race with better think quick last week. And best of the rest, Mr. Euroman. 3 starts, 2 placings. Tony Hurley, he trains. Morris McHenry will do the driving tonight. Mr. Euroman in the mix. For me, it's 6, 7, 3 and 5. 6, 7, 3 and 5 in race number 1 tonight. Kicks off the quaddie. Other legs of the quaddie. Second leg, do like Il Parata here. Scott Phelan takes the drive. The McCaffrey Painter team had a winner last night. Dangers, Viking Ruler. Just note, Salish Abernethy will take the drive tonight on Viking Ruler. Glenn Wolfen and Unwell. So driver change, race 2, horse 1, Viking Ruler. And Torbjorn's always thereabouts. Peter Ferguson for Richard Brosnan. He was the winner 3 starts ago. So 8, 1 and 10 in race number 2. Race 3, very keen on 3 runners here. Better Be Perfect, Emmanuel, if you've got a short budget. If you've got a little bit of a larger spend, Killer Queen and LeBron. LeBron's a nice horse. I know he's only coming out of a maiden win last start, but he's probably the value in the race. So if you've got a wider budget, 1, 6, 4 and 10. The last leg, the trot. Quite keen on Little Miss Zigzag here. I'm going to catch up with Mark Burley prior to race number 4 tonight. This horse ran 3rd in the Victorian Oaks. Little Miss Zigzag behind Arya. Back in the country now. First up run from a second draw. Had merit. Was wide for the last 800 metres. Tonight, it's drawn to go forward from the draw. Really trialled nicely at Franklin a fortnight ago, Little Miss Zigzag. If you want a bit of cover, Royal Gal and Laylure Invasion. That's a quick early look at tonight's first quaddie. Aaron White, a very good evening to you. Race number 1 for the maidens over the 2,200 metres. Your numbers in the first, 7, 6, 5 and 3. And a very good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening to you too, Craig. Touch of Success was a good fresh up second in behind LeBron. That was back on the 22nd of October. Can certainly go one better tonight. Brent Mangos for the Howlets. They had a good night last night at Cambridge. A 6 stroke of luck. The first of the All-Stars team up into the north, of course, as they'll continue their migration north after Cup Week to head into Auckland Cup period time over Christmas here at Alexandra Park. Stroke of luck well in the mix after a good second at Addington when last produced. We'll put in the 5, that being Mr. Euroman. He was a touch unlucky in his last start, Morris McKendry, and 3 Appassionato was 3rd in the Sire Stakes, seat in behind Better Think Quick when last produced a couple of weeks ago. Philip Butcher, just a field of 7, a bit of quality in this as well, 7, 6, 5 and 3.
Absolutely, Aaron. I thought Platinum Bell from the inside draw. She's had money on her in her 2 starts to date. Beautifully bred by Bitter's Delight out of Blistering Bell. David Butcher takes the drive tonight with Zach driving 6 stroke of luck. She's probably got on here a little bit over the odds at $12. Not saying she can win the race, but on her trial form, if she could turn that trial form into race day form, she wouldn't be far away here tonight. Platinum Bell. Barry Purdon trained. Of course, he's got a strong hand in our feature tonight, race number 5, with 3 runners. Good to have Democrat Party back on track tonight, and of course, Ideal Bell, the Oaks winner, starting off the 20-metre handicap. They're in behind the mobile for the first tonight. Good luck with your investment. Favourite is 6 stroke of luck. 170 on the tote, 170 on the book. Here's our...
Thank you, Craig. And the 7 runners in behind the Yellow Bar Mobile gate for the Sea Lord Mobile to start the 8 race program tonight in the City of Sales. It's been a beautiful day. Pick 6, $25,000 we chase starting at 7:30 this evening with the new race start time for the 3rd, as well as this here, the first on the program out of Alexandra Park. So into the lane they come. 2 1/4 laps. Starter Frank Phelan activates the green light and the Sea Lord Mobile pace field are sent on their journey. Appassionato clears the gate strongly, as to Touch of Success. Stroke of Luck has also been driven hard to find a prominent spot. They're followed by Smoke and Home. Platinum Bell is the next. They're followed by Mr. Euroman, and Tai Chi will be the last as they get around the stable's corner first occasion. Touch of Success, the Mark III colt, works around to the lead for Brent Bangos. 1.25 over the favourite Stroke of Luck. Zach Butcher will take the trail as they work up into the back. Then Appassionato. Sitting 4th and parked up on the outside is Smoke and Home, with Platinum Bell on the inside of Mr. Euroman, and Mango's button the speed off now that he's got the lead. And Tai Chi the last. So working down to the lead time, posted in 43.8. Touch of Success by 1.25 over Stroke of Luck in the trail, and 3 back Appassionato. Smoke and Home, the son of Holmes Hanover, Scott Phelan, sitting out parked. On its back is Mr. Euroman and the Magic Man Morris McKendry. Platinum Bell and David Butcher 4 back against the marker line. And Tai Chi and Richard Brosnan the last as they sweep across the showgrounds turn. Touch of Success, this first quarter is going to be a very, very lazy one. We'll find it in about 50 metres time from a Stroke of Luck. Let's have a look. It's going to be in the vicinity of 34. It's 34.2. So Touch of Success over Stroke of Luck. Smoking Home up on the outside. Mr. Euroman 1-1 back on the inside. Appassionato, Philip Butcher. Tai Chi second last in the running line around Platinum Bell. Judge Bell 1 to go. Touch of Success onto the stables corner final time. Smoking Home gets within a half a length, but still not really pressuring the lead. Back over on the inside then to a Stroke of Luck. In the 1-1, Mr. Euroman, Appassionato the inside, a length off that Tai Chi, and then Platinum Bell second quarter, 32.3, a 66.5 half. So into the back they go. Touch of Success. Mango is still not yet asked him to accelerate in front here. From up on the outside, Smoking Home. Now Platinum Bell's taking off from the rear. Mr. Euroman will come out of the 1-1 to push it out 4 wide as they get onto the showgrounds, turn their final time, and Stroke of Luck will wait the passing lane, then Tai Chi and Appassionato. Right, now we get some speed into the contest. 400 to go. 29.5 was a back straight quarter as they come for home. Touch of Success, Mr. Euroman, Stroke of Luck. Zach Butcher just waiting for this passing lane to open. Then Tai Chi and Platinum Bell. Appassionato homeward bound. Touch of Success. Stroke of Luck comes strongly. Mr. Euroman, Appassionato. Touch of Success. Stroke of Luck tries hard to its inside. Touch of Success and Stroke of Luck. Stroke of Luck, the first favourite of the night, will get in by a half a length. Touch of Success for second, Mr. Euroman for third. They were followed Appassionato, Tai Chi, Platinum Bell and Smoking Home to be the last one across. 247.3, 56.8 was the last 800 metres, 27.3 the last quarter. Stroke of Luck, the All-Stars strike in the first. Major and Art 3-year-old colts. Zach Butcher for Mark Purden and Natalie Rasmussen after getting the nice run in the trail, and Brent Mangos trying to pinch the race off the top with Touch of Success after getting away with a 66.5 first half. Mr. Euroman, a game run for third, and fourth over Appassionato in the Sea Lord Mobile Pace.
Official placings race 1, the Sea Lord Mobile Pace. 675-321. 675-321. Horse 6, Stroke of Luck, paced the 2200 metres in 247.28. A mile rate of 22.3. Last 856.8 to 427.3. The margins are neck, 3 lengths, 2 lengths. 675-321. Race 1, the Sea Lord Mobile Pace.
First call of the night from Judge Graham McLennan goes the way of the favourite, Stroke of Luck. First run in the north after 2 very good runs down at Addington to open its career. Raced by PI and GJ Kennard Bloodstock Limited. J.H. Granger, Mrs. J.A. Granger, Mrs. M.H. Lancaster, N.G. Lancaster and Butterworth Racing Syndicate. Mark Purden and Natalie Rasmussen, the All-Stars strike in the first. Zach Butcher doing the driving. Major and Art Bay, 3-year-old colt, had a Bonton Lady, bred by the Grahams, G.I. and Mrs. M.C. Back at the head of the field, Gina Huggard down there with the team with Sea Lord, along with our steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, David Turner, in attendance with the victory celebrations after Stroke of Luck being too good in the opener. 7, Touch of Success, Mark 3, 3-year-old colt out of Millwood Touche for second, raced by the Howlets, BJ, Mrs. Ellie and JR. Brent Bangos, the trainer-driver out of Pookie. And 5, Mr. Euroman, Art Major, 3-year-old Bay Gelding out of Little Big Sister, GJ and Mrs. S.L. Rack, the owners, Tony Hurley, trained at Papakura, Morris McKendry. 6, Stroke of Luck, $1.80 and $1.40, 180, 140. 7, Touch of Success, $1.80, 180. And 5 Mr. Euroman No third. Quinella $2.40 to 40. The trifecta $13.30, $13.30. And the first four $22.90, $22.90. First of two kids carts on the program tonight is the Magic Kids Carts 400 metre handicap trot. We welcome Paul Smith and the team from Magic on track tonight, and Cameron Shaw will take you through the between race action tonight.
So the runners at the start for the Magic Kids Carts 400 metre handicap trot as by far tonight. Just when we were getting up in the distance, we popped back down to the 400 for a brief period tonight. Number 1 Custer is a scratching, so don't be looking for that. Not out there. Gentle Ben, the sole runner, off the front. And we're set. We are off and running in the first of the Kids Carts, the Magic Trot. And Gentle Ben got out the best from its front row. Coming out after it from the best to begin on the 10 metre handicap there was Georgie Boy, goes into second. Is already around Scooby and Doll racing together, and from miles back Shadow is already up into about 4th at this point. Nice start from that. Dainty was next, followed back down on the inside by Sparky. There's a few lengths away to find our next one, Cosmo. On Cosmo's outside is Boris. A gap away to runner there, trotting roughly, was Porcelain Doll. Followed back in the field then to Angus. Next then, after making a blue at the start, was Scooby, is already back amongst the tail enders.
Dark green colours of Steve Dolan. Down to the start, 2002. Green light, they're away and pacing. Tintinara had gate speed down on the inside. Motu Speedy Star and Chief Kapai both coming forward. With no real intentions on the lead though, followed through then by Macca the Man, who gets a lovely run through on Tintinara's back. Then came Tubby Jim on the inside of Alexi, 1.5 the black, 2 lengths away Loose Cannon, 1.5 and away then back second last is Highland Rain, and 2 lengths last is Macy Blue Chip. 1800 left to run. Tintinara has an uncontested lead here as the anchors go on up into the back. Over on the outside is Chief Kapai second. Down on the inside is Macca the Man third. 1-1 for Chief for Motu Speedy Star. 3 back on the inside then is Tubby Jim. 1600 left to travel. 43.8 was the lead time. On the back of Motu Speedy Star is Alexi. Buried away on the inside, 4 back is Highland Rain. Half away then to the black. It's back third last, second last, 2 lengths away Loose Cannon. And Macy Blue Chip is back last and about 15 lengths off this leader, who is Tintinara. She comes down towards the home turn, closed off at around $1.30. Leads by a length only over Macca the Man, who travels nicely on the leader's back for Tony Stratford. Over on the outside is Chief Kapai and the breeze for Motu Speedy Star 1-1. Opening quarter of the last mile, 31.5. 3 back the inside is Tubby Jim. 4 back on the inside is Highland Rain as the black takes off 3 wide. And going forward quickly now, gets pretty much a reminder at that point too. Then came Alexi. Motu's Speedy Star is over on its inside. 3 wide with cover is Macy Blue Chip, and Loose Cannon is last in the centre. Heading out towards the 850 metre mark. Tintinara about to run through the second quarter. In 30 seconds, into the back they go, and she takes off. Puts 2.5 lengths on them now. Macca the Man second. Driven up third is Chief Kapai. 3 wide the black. Motu Speedy Star in the centre. Back on the inside then is Tubby Jim, held up by Macca the Man, who's given it away. 3 wide out wide, and now is Macy Blue Chip from well back in the field. Alexi, Highland Rain, and Loose Cannon as they sprint off the back. Tintinara out by 3. Getting back to second now is Chief Kapai for Motu Speedy Star. Back straight quarter, 27.7. That's why the rest of them Dolan have their tongues hanging out. The black is next. Alexi runs on. Deeper out, Loose Cannon, Macy, Blue Chip, Island Rain. Tintinara out by 5 at the top of the straight. Chasing hard is Chief Kapai, Motu, Speedy Star, the black, Alexi, Loose Cannon. They're all fighting out second, third and fourth because Tintinara was going to win on Monday when the fields came out. Down to the post, she wins by about 7. Second over, Chief Kapai, Motu Speedy Star ran third. Next in the black, Alexi, Macy Blue Chip, Highland Rain, Loose Cannon. Further away was Tubby Jim and Mac and the Man first beat, and he was last in. Final quarter, 29-3, and she's paced 2:42 pretty much by herself here, Tintinara. And she brains him. He got $1.20 at tote close, and as I said, she was going to win from about Monday afternoon. She's killed them. Next up, didn't even have to do anything. Just sat there and steered it in the right direction. Chief Kapai second. Motu Speedy Star gets another place for third and the black fourth. But yeah, it was a bit of a procession, wasn't it, most of the way? Tintinara, though, the 4-year-old mare by Felton Sealster, out of Arden's fame for TD and Mrs. A.V. Taylor. Steve Dolan, the trainer at Russley, and she's got much bigger fish to fry, you would think, on that run tonight. First up pacing 2:42, and did that pretty easily. The Eon Latimer pair will get second and third. Chief Kapai, Motu Speedy Star gets his first place for a long time. Start number 173 tonight, and he picks up his 21st minor placing, and fourth in was the black. That's race number 3 on the card, Michael. Too Easy Tintinara. Race number 4 next up, the Rico Trot at 7:10.
He might have easier wins this season, Dexter Dunn, than that, but probably not many. That was probably an 8-length job, I would suggest. $1.20 and $1 back for Tintinara. And the way she won that and the time, fresh up, would suggest, earplug still in, that she'll turn up in a good mares race around about late January. For Steve Dolan, there's Stevie, taking the head check off, and the owners saying to Dexter, do we have to pay you for that, or was that basically too easy? Chief Kapai was second, $2.60. Motu Speedy Star third at $5.10. Quinella 1 and 5, $6.90. Trifecta 154, $95. And the treble 691 to kick off the evening at Forbury Park, $40.60. So the last 2 races have seen the favourites roll home easily. Very good evening to you. Nice to be joining you for Trackside 1 for the remainder of Friday night. We'll look forward to, of course, Cup Day on Tuesday a few times tonight, looking at some of the odds. They're all open, the fixed odds for those, so you can multi those up at tab.co.nz into tonight's racing, whether it's greyhounds or the 2 harness meetings, and, of course, the big domestic gallops meeting tomorrow coming out of Riccarton as Cup Week in Christchurch kicks off. All the punting information coming your way from Craig Thompson on track at Alexandra Park. Daryl Robinson's going to join us shortly from Wanganui, or me for the first time tonight for race 6. And, of course, Jason Tees down there at Forbury. One of the more even races of the night coming up here at Wanganui. Favourite is Sedgebrook Babe, but it's loose at $3.20. It's even looser on the tote at $4. Ledger de Mang, probably better suited by box 3 tonight than the wide box last week. It's at $5 the option, $8.70 the tote. And Serena Rose is the actual favourite, one of 3 in the race for Lisa Ahern. And it was second here 2 starts ago, 5th last week, but keeps drawing wide. So as we rejoin Daryl for the 6th tonight. Daryl, thought this was an even contest when I did my research this morning. Can you inspire us to have a bet in the 6th on the card?
Yes, a very good evening to you too, Michael. Yes, very hard this race. You're right, it's very even. The favourite with the book, or now out wide, Serena Rose. She went a good race, second up from that breakaway 2 starts ago. She comes up against the Class 4 and 5s once again, but saying that, only a couple of Class 5s in this race, and Serena Rose gets you a chance here from box 8. She has performed well enough and just didn't get the jump last time out, but prior to that showed very good box speed. She will need to show that box speed tonight to get across, and if she can get across from that outside draw. She has put away harder fields than this, Serena Rose, so she gets a chance here, but obviously coming back from that break. So the race fitness most certainly up there now for Serena Rose. I like the 7 Allegro Master. Took a full 3 starts to go, and it looked a lot better earlier on, the 2 in the week there at the Manawa 2. And it lined up from box 3 there and set them up in front, just run down by your Spirit Run halfway down the straight, but back onto this track. Of course, 11 wins, 50% of the wins have been here at Hat Trick. Outstanding dog on both the circuits here in the CD, and out there on box 7 gets his chance to bounce back to winning form. $6 final field, 6.10 on the tote. I do like the 4 Sedgebook Babe, support there for her. She's had a bit of bad luck, just hasn't really been getting the jump in the last couple. The 4, she gets her 3rd squeeze draw in a row, but she's good enough, and that's why she's favourite at this stage. 3.20 now with the book, 3.80 and 1.70. It's going to be interesting to see later on in the evening when Freddie Kite lines up Sedgebook Magic over the middle distance. But for now, he's got the sister here, Sedgebook Babe, and will drop out of Class 5, or basically is on the verge of a Class 5 miss. So gets the chance here, Sedgebook Babe, to get the win here for Freddie Kite, now 3.60, so nothing majorly moving there on the tote. Off the inside, Individual Lily for Gary Fredrickson. Gary going along very well with his small team. He's got a good chance also later on the evening with Big Time Redfoo, who will line up in race 12 in the last. And here he's got the red rug with Individual Lily. First run since the 23rd of October, has had a couple of weeks off. That was a fresh out run as well, hadn't raced since the 7th of September. And this is another one that goes okay from the inside. Homebush Chero's just come up from Class 3. Ledger Domain, wide draw no last time did not suit. Back to an inside draw today for Ledger Domain, so look out for her. And Naraho gets a start here from box 5 for Clark and Jen. And another one that has been lightly raced, just the one fresh up run, and that was earlier on last week. Locking away now for the first leg of Triple Trio, Keenan Concrete for the Class 4 and 5s. Interesting market, very open market here in the 6. The lure on its way, ready. And racing and taking a flyer off the outside here is Serena Rosen, trying to cross there, Mega Jet, and also now pushing up. Sedgebook Babe gets into the clear, trying to track through now is Ledger Domain going past that Mega Jet. Back in the field now we've got Homebush Chero's got back there, also with Individual Lily, and up back there too, also back there is Allegro Master, but up they come, and Sedgebook Babe got the win okay there from Serena Rose. Then we go to Mega Jet, just close here for 4th, nothing between Individual Lily and Ledger Domain, and also back here on crossing there too, the other one there, Allegro Master, didn't get into it. And also back towards the last 2 or 3 there, just having a look there for Naraho was also back there in that last 2 or 3. And just up ahead of them, if I didn't call it, was Individual Lily. Sedgebook Babe gets it. The 4 got the nice run through going into that first corner, and it comes right away to get it in a time of 17.53, not quite a PB, but the fastest time of the night so far in a run home of 10.62. And Sedgebook Babe gets there from the 8 Serena Rose, who came across, just couldn't cross the 4. And number 6 Mega Jet ahead of the 1, 4, 8, 6 and 1, 17.53 run home, 10.62. Takes us on to race number 7, the place 6. Underway here, Pala Mountain Scientific Nutrition for the Class 3s over 520 metres, and time to go here, Michael, at 18 after 7.
So Sedgebook Babe proves its early favouritism with the bookmakers correct in the 6th on the card there for Fred Kite at Wanganui, a local victory. Divvy shortly for that. Heading back to Alexandra Park for the 2nd on the card, and as we rejoin you, Craig, unusual situation here, 2,200 metre standing start and the favourites off a 10 metre handicap. But Craig, the fact there's a few unrulies here and he's so quick from a standing start, Torbjorn, drawn now the inside, I think Craig is probably going to be 4th or 5th after a couple of 100 metres.
He is a very good beginner, Michael, and he's very consistent, so he'll make up that handicap pretty quickly. Just while you're there, Michael, New Zealand Trotting Cup Specials markets opened about 15 minutes ago. I thought you might be interested in this. Richard Wilson's just emailed me and said 2 markets out at the moment, option 834, 835. Smolder and Sky Major versus the rest. $2 Sky Major Smolder, the rest of the field, $1.70. And Woman versus the rest, Arden Rooney and Massini versus the rest, $3.50 at $1.25. Those markets out now, tab.co.nz, option 834, 835. Maybe something to get involved in, Michael.
Well, Craig, when you look at that market, if you're taking $2 for Smolder and Sky Major, you're saying to yourself, do you believe their average dividend will be $4? Because obviously $4 for one of them, divide it into 2 and you get $2. Well, that's probably fair because Sky Major I think will start about $4 and I think Smolder will start about $3.20. So you are getting a little bit of overs there. The other one maybe not so much. You're saying, well, Arden Rooney and Massini, if you added their dividend together, would their 2 dividends be an average of $7? Well, I think they'll probably be $7 and $8 or $6.50, $8.50. So you're probably taking maybe a small touch of unders there, but I do think you're taking overs on the Smolder and Sky Major bet. So, Craig, the first of those 2 bets to me makes sense.
Yeah, I think if I was playing into it, Michael, I wouldn't be backing them in individually, but I think they're an option that you can add into a multi if you like something tonight through the gallops on the weekend and maybe onto the Smolder Sky Major, option 834, number 1, $2. Give you a couple of runners going into the Cup if you've got a multi finishing on that. Wouldn't be the worst. Let's get involved in race number 2 tonight. Il Pirata for me. Gave the McCaffrey Painter team their first training success under the new combination with Chosen Path at Cambridge last night. And I think Il Pirata will just about take them close to getting back-to-back nights here with the Son of Love You. G was good last start, set parked outside its Oscar. He wasn't far away in his previous run. That was over the 2,700 metres behind race rival Torbjorn. Was good. Now, he was recently downgraded. He gets into Class 1. I thought he looks well placed tonight. Key to him, safe beginning from the unruly, and with only 7 off the front, he's got a bit of room out wide. What's he at the moment? 450 the tote, 420 the book. I thought 8 Il Pirata. Scotty Phelan takes the drive tonight, and Scotty, of course, drove Chosen Path to victory last night. Put him on top in front of runner number 1, Viking Ruler. Just note, punters, Salish Abernethy will replace Glenn Wolfenden. Glenn unwell tonight, so Salish, who has driven the horse before, drove him on debut in the invited drivers race, so knows the horse quite nicely, so will lose nothing. 1 Viking Ruler in the mix on the back of a nice win last start. The back marker, runner number 10. And I thought a Cougar's Son, normally a very good beginner and 99% of the type bulletproof, made an uncharacteristic mistake last start, but I put that run behind him. The Son of Monarchy out of a very good race mare in Yummy Lace, this one for Karen Blanchard, and I thought a chance of at least running in the top 4 tonight with David Butcher aboard. I marked them 8, 1, 10 and 4. 8, 1, 10 and 4. Aaron's got the same numbers, just in a different order. He's 1, 10, 8 and 4. Hearing through from Richard Wilson at the racing desk. Successful bets in race number 1 on a stroke of luck. They took a $2,000 bet and considerable other smaller bets in increments of $500. Punters off to a good note in race number 1 with the best back runner getting the money in the first. Nothing through from race number 2. Let's get to Aaron White for his summary on race number 2. Aaron, you're with Viking Ruler, a horse that took 3 starts to break through and has looked good to date. Of course, beautifully bred out of Natural Globe.
Yeah, you did right. It was always going to take a bit of time for the 6-year-old. And now that he's found winning form, I expect him to advance his way through the grades and should start to take another step tonight. $3.90, $1.50, Salish Abernethy with the pickup drive for Peter and Glenn Wolfenden. 10 Torbjorn, always a chance in this grade. He was a nice winner 3 starts back, then 2 very good seconds after that, beaten a short margin in behind Macquarie with Jake 2 starts ago, which is a pretty good form line for a field like this. Beaten 2 lengths by its Oscar. Last time out, Peter Ferguson, Richard Brosnan. The 8 Il Pirata finished strongly when runner-up 2 starts ago. Fought on well enough last time in behind its Oscar. Scotty Phelan and the 4 Cougar's Son got it wrong early last time. It was a good winner 3 starts back over the 2,200 metres. David Butcher ran into its Oscar 2 starts back. 1, 10, 8 and 4.
Thanks, Aaron. Not far away from start time on race number 2. The red light's on here at the park for the Shaw Mariner Handicap Trot. We'll catch up with David Butcher prior to race number 3 tonight and talk about his 3 drives later on in the card. Of course, he drives Killer Queen in the 3rd. He'll drive pre-post favourite Ideal Bell in race number 5 tonight. And, of course, Cool Cobber, $1.85, fixed odds favourite this morning in race number 6. Of course, with a good run through tonight, he'll possibly head towards the Dominion Handicap.
Roll up. Thank you, Craig. Viking Ruler just wanting to rear down in barrier 1. Pick up drive for Salish Abernathy this evening. Son of Sundon comes forward now into barrier 1. Starter Frank Phelan sees they're ready, and the barrier strands release, and they're underway. Now Viking Ruler, he was a wee bit tardy away from 1, but he is trotting all the same. Gintara's first away. Sir Henry Castleton's the only one to make a mistake. Bacardi and Coke will settle down in 2nd, then a Cougar's Son. Viking Ruler racing to its inside, a length and a half away to 4 Feathers, the Good Debut winner. A length and a half to Tourbillon, making ground to its inside is La Maitre 2 lengths Il Pirata, and after an early mistake you've got to go a dozen lengths away to find Sir Henry Castleton. Out to the 1800 metre mark they go, and Gintara's away by 3. Bacardi and Coke, a Cougar's Son 3rd, and parked around Viking Ruler. 4 Feathers with 1-1 cover. La Maitre 4 back against the marker line. They're followed by Tourbillon, 3 lengths Il Pirata, and still 12 to 15 Sir Henry Castleton. As Viking Ruler, the favourite, has galloped as they went through the lead time, 50.2. Settles back down, but is back with Sir Henry Castleton as they sweep across the showgrounds turn. And Gintara's Richard Brosnan by 2. Bacardi and Coke, a Cougar's Son with the gallop of Viking Ruler down to the marker line. 4 Feathers still away from the markers out park. La Maitre the inside. Tourbillon with 1-1 cover for Peter Ferguson. They're followed by Il Pirata, Scott Phelan. 2 lengths Viking Ruler. We'll get on the outside now on the back of Il Pirata. And Sir Henry Castleton has caught the body of the field. 32 and 7 the opening quarter of the Shaw Mariner Trot. And Gintara's freely in front by 2. Bacardi and Coke, Brent Mangos in the trail, and moving forward 4 Feathers and Jimmy Stormont. A Cougar's Son 3 back on the inside. Tourbillon 1-1 as they put the judge behind them. La Maitre and Joshua Dickey 4 back against the pegs. To its outside Il Pirata, then Viking Ruler as they get around the stables corner. And Sir Henry Castleton back last on the inside for Phil Butcher. 800 to go. 31 and 8 the second quarter, and Gintara's into the back. Leads by a length and a quarter over 4 Feathers. Back on the inside Bacardi and Coke. Then in the 1-1 is Tourbillon in a striking spot, 2.5 lengths off the lead. A Cougar's Son 3 back on the inside, 2 lengths Il Pirata on the outside of La Maitre then Viking Ruler and Sir Henry Castleton. 500 to go. Bacardi and Coke's galloped in the trail. Gintara's around to the 400, a length and a half over 4 Feathers. Back straight quarter, 28.7. Up to 3rd is Tourbillon, looking to chase down the leader and stablemate. Then a Cougar's Son, La Maitre Viking Ruler to the outside. Gintara's for home, 4 Feathers 2 lengths away. Tourbillon, a Cougar's Son, La Maitre deep on the passing lane, and Viking Ruler. Gintara's though going great guns at the 100. Will he stop tonight? He's 3 in front of Cougar's Son. Will charge late. Gintara's, he'll find the winner's circle tonight. Gintara's too strong. Second over a Cougar's Son, then Tourbillon, La Maitre Viking Ruler followed by 4 Feathers, then Sir Henry Castle and Il Pirata, and Bacardi and Coke in 2:53.1. 58.3 the last 800 metres in the quarter in 28, make that 29.5. Shaw Mariner Handicap Trot. And Gintara's Julia Brosnan, Johnny Magnus. They get the second photo on the wall at start 29. Richard Brosnan, they were beaten a slender margin when last produced. It's the win tonight. A Cougar's Son, another good second by it. David Butcher. And La Maitre working home well there for Joshua Dickey to pick up the trifecta spot. In fact, no, I think Tourbillon might have just held that out from La Maitre in the Shaw Mariner Handicap Trot, but no doubts about it. Gintara's back in the winner's circle tonight.
Official placings, race 2, the Shore Mariner Handicap Trot. 6, 4, 10, 9, 1, 3. 6, 4, 10, 9, 1, 3. Horse 6, Gentaris, trotted the 2200 metres from a stand in 253.06. A mile rate of 26.6. Last 858.3. The 429.5. The margins 2.5 lengths, 1 1/4 lengths and neck. 6, 4, 10, 9, 1, 3. Race 2, the Shore Mariner Handicap Trot.
Gentaris to come back at the head of the field. That's win 2 at start 29. Julia Brosnan along with RJ, Johnny Magnus, the owners. Richard Brosnan, the trainer-driver out of Ardmore. Great success, 6-year-old Bay Gelding out of Lovely Amber, bred by Alabar New Zealand Limited. Too strong in the Shore Mariner Handicap Trot. Murray Hogarth down there, part of the victory celebrations with our steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, Roger Barnes. For a Cougar's son, Monarchy, 6-year-old Bay Gelding at a Yummy Lace for second, race by Mrs. K.M. Blanchard and Ms. C.L. Ball. Peter and Vaughan Blanchard trained to Pukekohe David Butcher. And 10 Tourbillon, a Dream Vacation, Sun Lamp, 7-year-old Bay Gelding for B.Y. Lim. Richard Brosnan, the trainer, Peter Ferguson doing the driving, was third over. Totes, Gentaris number 6, $18.90 and $4.70. $18.90 and $4.70 for a Cougar's son. $1.60, $1.60 and 10 Tourbillon, $1.40, $1.40. Quinella $47.10, $47.10. Trifecta $470.40, $470.40. First 4 partially struck, $4,779.50. $4,779.50. $2,581 jackpotting through to the first 4 in race 3. $2,581. 6 and 6 in the double. $17.20, $17.20, 6 and 4 concession, $3.90, $3.90. Might be a good idea to head into Magnus Benro tomorrow too, the old store on Green Lane Road. Say, Johnny, you got a winner last night. Might have a special for you or two. Magnus Benro tomorrow. Nice win. You'll have pocketfuls too at $18.90 off the win machine. Beehive Food Service Mobile Pace 2,200 metres, double place 6 and 25,000 and pick 6 we chase for the third. New start time there of 7:30. 7:30 the new start time. Well connected dual sulky race. The participants heading out onto the track for the dual sulky event tonight. Again, Cameron Shaw to bring you the action. The 5 horses and their drivers just doing the warm-up now.
Bunch even off their handicaps. Start's absolutely crucial here. Now, Queen Kenny's getting out to 340. That is doable for Dexter Dunn if he can stay in front of Valmain. Valmain's a funny horse. You could put him in an open class race and he's good enough to run third at Group 1 level. That's the sort of horse he is following the speed. By the same token, he had every chance here 2 starts ago and he led over the 3-2 and he was clearly outfinished by Pegasus Dream. So he's an unusual horse. He doesn't win a lot. He's won on 8 occasions from 82 starts, but placed in 25 of them. And as much as he might, in some people's minds, be too good for these, I just don't think he's over the line because that placing percentage is just so high. So I'm willing to go with the 8 if she gets to 350. If she gets to 350, that's value. At the moment, 320 is a little bit tight. Valmain at 250 gets my attention. In fact, at those odds, you can probably back them both. They should lap most of these. Now, Blazing Under Fire is an interesting one. He's pacing bred out of a Courage Under Fire mare by Washington VC, trained by the Williamsons, and often the pacing bred ones have a bit more speed, but of course the manners are a concern. And I thought Amori was pretty good last start. Fresh up, she ran 4th for Graham McClay. Actually tried to hold out Valmain at the start for a while, over 2 miles, peaked on a run, hadn't raced for quite some time. I thought not a bad performance. Back off the 10 metres here, begins pretty quickly. Has a real chance here for a place or a first 4. Not suggesting it's going to win. Graham doesn't win a lot of races. But I thought the 7 here worth adding into your first 4. So I'll go 8 just over 10, but it's odd dependent for me. I want 350 to back Queen Kenny. I want 250 to back Valmain. I'm not getting either at the moment. But first 4s, you need Blazing Under Fire. And I do think Amori has a sneaky chance off that 10 metres. Maybe there'll be a couple of gallopers in this field, and therefore she'll get the chance to lob into a place. Jason Tees, I see you've gone just the other way, the 10 over the 8. Valmain getting to a nice place in the handicaps for a horse with his record.
Yeah, the further downgrade that he received last week, Mick, has certainly pushed me into his favour again tonight. Second behind Waterloo Sunset, and that's pretty good form for this, I would have thought. Only 30 behind. Look, 12 months ago he would have ate them, Valmain. He's a year older now, but he's getting towards that form that saw him so competitive in those Group 1 trots last season, and he looked pretty good tonight too. Wayne Lowe putting the finishing touches on him at the moment, and he's doing a good job. Blue Orange aboard, pretty big on him tonight, Valmain. Queen Kenny, she was pretty good last Sunday, had her chance to beat Jen Jacker but couldn't. So yeah, I'm just lukewarm on her, Queen Kenny. She has to be hard to beat, obviously. It looks a race in 2, doesn't it? 3rd and 4th is interesting. Maury was great here on Tuapeka Cup Day, went 4th behind Peter's Dream, Valmain and company there. Obviously a similar run tonight. We'll see here in the first 4 again. Graham McClay, she's always been a nice mare, Maury. She just always made mistakes, but she's certainly come more solid the last 6 months or so. And yeah, that run was very, very good, given she'd been away from the races for about 5 months. And Trickstar I've put him for 4th, number 9, but I'm only lukewarm on his chances too. He was pretty disappointing at Gore, had every opportunity, and he's just not racing like he was about 6 weeks ago, Trickstar. But he does usually grow a lead here at Forbury. So I've put him in for 4th, just in front of Ruby's Jewel, who's a pretty talented trotter, number 5. Bruce Wallace trains and drives her. She can make plenty of mistakes. She had a trip up to the Road Cup Carnival and she made plenty of mistakes at Alexandra Park, and then she took a couple to trot down here. But the run the other day behind Grey Power was better. She had to do a bit of work, and if she had been to trot all the way, she'll be there too, Ruby's Jewel. She's got a bit of talent. If not, maybe the head department, maybe not quite catching up to the body department just yet. But Bruce is a very good trainer and blacksmith, and I'm sure he'll get her trotting squarely and faultlessly at some stage. So should be quite an interesting race. This certainly Valmain will be heading towards Cup Week, and so will Queen Kenny, they tell me. But they both need to run 1st and 2nd here to warrant certainly lining up on Cup Day. Almost set to go. Rico handicap trot. Favourite for the race, Valmain, $2.20, $1.10. Queen Kenny, $3.30, $1.30. Blazing Under Fire. They continue to back the young pacing bred trotter, just the 3-year-old, Brad Williamson, $7.70 and $2.30. This is the second leg of the only quaddie here tonight. Race 4 in our 6-race card. Speed Series race next. Should be a good race as usual. Now, Playboy's brother drawn barrier 1. Playboy's brother, Gorilla Playboy, up on the outside, the grey. And they come. There goes the tape. They're underway and trotting. Here's the back markers. They're both underway. Queen Kenny, Valmain, Trickstar. Off stride early, Ruby's Jewel. She's blown to bits and losing her chance tonight. First away was down on the inside, Playboy's brother. Over Grace Lightning, Maury blazing under fire on the journey. Look at Queen Kenny steam up in between horses. To about 2 inches away into Gorilla Playboy as Queen Kenny gallops to the first corner. Back and behind those then is Trickstar. Valmain gets underneath of Queen Kenny as well, and Ruby's Jewel's already 150 metres away. We've got another galloper there, blazing under fire. End of a straight. 2,250 metres left to run. Playboy's Brother and Colin Mackay leads the way. Out by 2.5 lengths over Grace Lightning. Armori is third. 1.5 away, Guerrilla Playboy, the big grey. 2 lengths away, then to Trickstar. Velmain hops onto the back of Trickstar early as Trickstar rolls forward for Robbie Close under sufferance. 4 lengths away, Blazing Under Fire. 2 to Queen Kenny. And Ruby's Jewel trying to hunt the pack down, but she's still about 80 metres away. Out of the straight they move out towards the 1,850 metre mark, and Playboy's Brother, the 42 to 1 shot, trots inside the 1,800 mark by 2.5. Grace Lightning second, third without cover Trickstar. 3 back on the inside is Armori. 1-1 Velmain, the race favourite, getting a lovely trip as they head down past the start point. 1.5 away, and behind that then is Guerrilla Playboy. 1,600 to go, 2 lengths away, then to Blazing Under Fire in the running line. 1.5 Queen Kenny, a long margin back then to Ruby's Jewel. 1:29.8 was the lead time as they come off the back. They're about halfway. The leader remains Playboy's Brother, still with a long lead. Leads by 3 over Grace Lightning. Third without cover is Trickstar. 1-1 for Velmain. 3 back on the inside is Armori, followed by Guerrilla Playboy. Blazing Under Fire on its outside. 3 back and 1 off, followed by Queen Kenny, and only 6 lengths Ruby's Jewel. She's put in some impressive sectionals to catch the field. 32.1 was the opening quarter of the last mile. Through the straight, Playboy's Brother leads by 2.5. Grace Lightning still second. Trickstar third. There's really been no moves now for just on a lap. 1-1 is Velmain. 3 back on the mark is Armori, followed by Guerrilla Playboy. Blazing Under Fire is still 3 back and 1 off. 1.5 Queen Kenny. And with a slow tempo mid-race, Ruby's Jewels caught the main body of the field. Out towards the half mile they trot. Second quarter was 31.9. The leader remains Playboy's Brother. 2.5 Grace Lightning. Trickstar. Orange has been very patient on Velmain. He's had the 1-1 pretty much every step of the way. Down on the inside is Armori, followed by Guerrilla Playboy. Blazing Under Fire is outside of that from Queen Kenny, who appears to be travelling okay, but about 5 off the leader. And 3 lengths away, Ruby's Jewel. 500 metres left to run. Off the back and down the side. Playboy's Brother a half. Trickstar. Grace Lightning awaits the Washington VC passing lane in about 200 metres time. Velmain's fair bolting the 1-1. 3 wide off and around them, Blazing Under Fire. Queen Kenny's off the track and moving. Held up Grace Lightning. Back straight quarter was 29.9 as Playboy's Brother gave it in. Trickstar took over. From Velmain out to attack. Here's Queen Kenny down the outside. Trickstar, Velmain, Blazing Under Fire. Armori getting home. Wider out Queen Kenny. Velmain's got to the front close to home. Over Trickstar and Velmain. Nice and easy. He wins it by about 2 lengths. Blazing Under Fire may have got to second in front of Trickstar. Then Queen Kenny, the early gallop cost her. She would have ended up with a good run if she hadn't. Next to Armori. Further back in the field then was Guerrilla Playboy. Grace Lightning, Playboy's Brother, and Ruby's Jewel, as she'll be last in. 29.4 the last quarter. And they've trotted 333.2 off the front, so couple and a bit more seconds off. He's trotted around 331.7 here or thereabouts, Velmain, with his corrected time, and he did that nice and easy. He maybe had a couple of heart palpitations, 200 out, but Blair hadn't really gone for him, and he wins easy in race 4, Michael, and that's win number 9 for a very good trot up in Velmain.
Lovely drive by Blair Orange, and he's back to form as Velmain. Not sure he's going to win a major open class trot anywhere, but he's going to always be competitive with those manners. Lovely drive just to pull him out at the right time, aided of course by the early gallops of the 2nd and 4th horses. But best horse in the race gets the job done with the handicapping relief. Well done to trainer Josh Kennett. Divies shortly for the 4th on the card from Forbury Park, heading back to Wanganui now for the 7th there, and Izzy Bale is a $3 favourite here, well down in class, and Craig Roberts, when his kennel has the money on them, often it proves to be right. Down to C3 grade, has been racing in C5s 2 starts ago, then C4 and a C5 last time, so Izzy Bale nicely placed here. We'll get Daryl's thoughts shortly on the 7th on the card. Forbury Park, meeting code 7, race 4, Velmain, number 10. $2 and 120 beat 4, Blazing Under Fire. He won't be a Class 1 trotter for long. Should be winning again shortly, $1.70, and Trickstar was good too, $1.90 for third. The Cornellas paid $13.20. Trifecta, 10, 4, 9, $48.20, and the first four, 10, 4, 9 and 8, $146 even. Double 1 into 10 the favoured way, $1.80. 1 into 4 the concession, $4.10. Let's head back to Wanganui and Darryl Izzy Bale. When I see these Craig Roberts dogs being kept safe by the bookmakers, I always have a second glance.
Yes, you did right here too, Michael. Hard dog to follow, but does get a big class relief here. Did contest the New Zealand Cup. No luck there in the heat and heads back to Hat-Trick Raceway. He's picked up a win here. Craig's already picked up a Cornella earlier on, and Izzy Bale ticked a few boxes, but saying that, you're not too sure what sort of Izzy Bale's going to turn up, but good enough to take this out. And what have we got there? $3 with the options, $3.10 on the tote. Number 10, Corborn Clover. This is another one that has looked very good coming through the grades. A 6-race winner, had its first run in this grade last Friday. Didn't go a bad race at all from box 7. The same box draw today, hit the line well in behind Big Wonder. And Corborn Clover, I think, obviously destined for Class 5 and looking to match that performance from last week. The 4 Extreme Twist will be getting home very well. Another one that's looks strong enough too in this grade, picking up a couple of thirds, and also that last start, 5th, brings up start number 50 today, Extreme Twist, and it will be very strong at the end, hit the line well earlier on in the week there at Palmerston North, and looking set to go a big race here, Extreme Twist. And good money too, $9 at this stage, $9.40 and $1.90. The interesting runner in the race is Corborn Butsy. Picked up that downgraded win at the Manawatu also on Monday. Steps up over 5.20, yet to pick up a win over the middle distance. He's probably going to have to lead Corborn Butsy, but may do so. Homebush Spook off the inside, another one that enjoys box 1. On the verge of a downgrade here, Homebush Spook. And Lagoon Bill also here for Craig Roberts, another one that's been here on a couple of occasions and has picked up a placing. Bedlam Bridge also for Angela Turnbull. And Corborn Clay also coming up in grade. So Matt Roberts, Craig Roberts, John McInerney, Angela Turnbull to do battle here in the first leg of place 6, ready. And racing into out wide, jumping nicely here is Corborn Clover, and there goes Corborn Butsy to go and head off to the lead. Getting a run through in the rail now is Homebush Boot, tracked there by Lagoon Bill. Also Extreme Twist looking to get a run through just on the outside of that to Izzy Bell's got a bit of work to do. Out the back now is Bedlam Bridge and Corborn Clay. They charge down the back. Getting to the lead now is Corborn Clover. Got away 2 or 3 on Corborn Butsy. Running on now is Homebush Boot. Just in behind there we go to Lagoon Bill, and also running on Extreme Twist and Izzy Bell. They go for home. It's all Corborn Clover. Races away to get this okay from Homebush Spook. Then we go here to Extreme Twist with charging home at the business end. A good line up here for 4th. There we had Lagoon Bill. Izzy Bale was getting going late. Back here to Corborn Butsy, got tired. And also back on crossing here, Bedlam Bridge, if I didn't call it, and Corborn Clay. Good bits this one, Corborn Clover. Had its first run in this company last week. Nice run for second. And careers away, gets the win. And that'll be win number 7 off 12. Up to Class 4 she goes. Good run too by Homebush Spook on the inside. He's gone a big race from box 1. And the 4 Extreme Twist charging home. And Lagoon Bill into 4th. They've run 30.15. Just waiting for those sectionals to go back up. It will be 7-1, 4 and 2. Corborn Clover 5.09. And 18.55 in the run home, 11.60. Start number 12, win number 7 for Stu Dickinson and Matt Roberts. And by Razzledazi George out of Corborn, Sparky gets a win by 4.5 lengths. Just waiting for the other 2 margins to come up there. From the 1, Homebush Spook, he's got a good race here off the inside for John McInerney, keeping up his very good box 1 record. And into 3rd, the 4 Extreme Twist will get a win in this grade for sure, and won't spend too much time in Class 3 charging home at the business end there, and gets the win. Corborn Clover here, Michael. And that's the first leg of place 6, race 8. Just a field of 6 for this one, with the scratchings of 1 and 8. And the Dopey Dog laser engraving for the Class 3 and 4's time to go at 7:47.
Thank you, Daryl, and a nice tip there into the next on the card too. That race 8, Big Wonder, beat Corborn Clover last start and lines up from box 6 in the next, which is effectively box 5 because the one box will be vacant. Meeting code 9, race 7, number 7, Corborn Clover for Matt Roberts. So those who back the Craig Roberts dogs, leave it in the bag. $3.70 and $1.30 beats 1 Homebush Spook. $2 and 4 Extreme Twist, $2.40. The Cornellas paid $13.50, trifecta 714, $105.60, and the first 4, 714 and 2, $611.80. Market for Alexandra Park, important race. It's the start of place 6, the start of pick 6, and also a $2,500 bonus start to the first 4. Favourite here is Emmanuel, one of 3 sent forward north by Mark Purdon and Natalie Rasmussen. This is the horse who fell over last start at Methven, but it's not an overly strong field here. 320 on the options, it's 240 on the tote. The 240 no, the 320 yes. If you want to back this, back it now. Option 503. Killer Queen is a very good 3-year-old filly. She's 350 versus 360 book and tote. And Better Be Perfect, not as talented as these two, but up against the marker pegs, should follow a decent speed. And if they go hard here, it'll find the line nicely. Better Be Perfect, 460 on the options, 620 the tote. So this is simple. Emmanuel, if you're going to back it on the book. Option 503. Better Be Perfect, if you're going to back it on the tote at 620. On the other side of this break, we have Craig Thompson standing by at Alexandra Park.
He's watching, wins the Meadowlands pace.
He's watching the world champion, the fastest horse ever.
This horse is definitely the fastest. You know, he could just absolutely fly.
Unbeaten US 2-year-old of the year, setting 5 track records and 2 world records.
In the Meadowlands pace, I felt like he did have wings because he just floated all the way to the wire. 1:46 and 4, equaling the all-age world record.
He's watching, making his world debut as a sire at Alabar.
Your premier entertainment destination, Christchurch Casino.
Welcome back to Alexandra Park. Hope your Friday night's been a good one so far. We're about 5.5 minutes away from the start of pick 6 tonight. The Beehive Food Source Mobile Pace for the Class 1 and 2 paces over the 2,200 metres. Emmanuel opened 440 last night when the book opened around about the 6 o'clock mark and is in now to $3.20, $2.80 on the tote. Zach Butcher already driven a winner for the Purdon Rasmussen team in the first with Stroke of Luck, and he's looking to go back-to-back with the Son of Better's Delight. Of course, its last start, as Michael alluded to you, was at Methven. Went in front, went down, and brought down a few other runners too, and Natalie injured and off the scene for around about 3 weeks, has made a miraculous recovery and back in time to drive in the Cup behind Mercedes and chase the dream this Tuesday. So good to have her back. Natalie Rasmussen aboard, 2 very strong chances on Tuesday. Emmanuel, I think a very good winning chance. And saying that, I thought runner number 1, Better Be Perfect, at the quote of the $6 is backable. Brett Mangos takes the drive. Very good last start. The reason I say that, could have had to work twice in the race. Had a look for the front early on, couldn't find it. End up parked and pushed back and had to make another run a long way out, and it sustained that run too. Now that was behind race rival Killer Queen. $6 does appeal to me each way. Race 3, horse 1, Better Be Perfect. from that nice draw, has a modicum of gate speed, should hold up pretty well early. At worst, I think it'll be in the trail. And from there, will be very, very competitive. This one owned by the Butterworth Racing Syndicate. Let's catch up with that man on screen, David Butcher. He's got 3 very strong drives later on tonight. This is what he had to say. David, thanks for your time tonight. Last 3 drives, Killer Queen. She was very good last start, and she comes up with a nice draw again tonight.
Yeah, no, she's racing really nice, and I think she gets a good trip. She's got to be thereabouts tonight.
Rugreed's doing a good job with her. She's been very consistent. Nice draw, bit of gate speed, but it's a handy field, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. They're all racing pretty good, so it will come down to what sort of trip we get to where we finish. But she's got the ability, and she's beaten most of them so far.
Ideal Bell's a nice drive for you, Dave, in race number 5 tonight. Obviously for Barry Purdy, he's got Democrat Party in there as well. Coming back, of course, the Oaks winner as a 3-year-old. Her workout form looks to be good. Have you seen her this time in?
Yeah, I was actually outside her the other day, and she seemed to be travelling really well, and Zachary's really happy with her. So, I think she's off 20 metres, so she gets a good trip. I think they're reasonably confident that she can go a good race.
In race number 6 tonight, David, you take the drive on Cool Cobber, safely through tonight and a good run, possibly heading towards the Dominion Handicap. Is he just a year older? It's taken a little bit longer for him to come up this time up?
Oh, I think Derek's happy enough with him. He drove him last week, and he got home very good. It's probably tailor-made this race for him. It's only a small field, so hopefully we're not too far away. And I think he's got the speed to get over top of them.
He's come up $1.85, so he is pretty short with the bookmakers this morning. Of course, he was good enough to run 4th in a row cup last season. Derek, have you talked to him tonight? Are they still looking to go towards Dominion Handicap safely through tonight with a big run?
Oh, I think the owners are looking to go down there, but as you say, he'll need to go a good race to warrant a trip, I think, and it's looking like he could be going.
David Butcher with 3 strong drives, the first of them. Killer Queen, who's now gone favourite in race number 3 tonight. 280 the tote, 120 of course. Yes, he's driven Ideal Bell in the past. He drove it to run second behind Willow here in the end of March. And of course has a little bit of experience behind the mare, so he knows her well, Ideal Bell. And he was on Besotted at the workouts on Saturday, sat outside her and couldn't get past her, so he knows she's in good form. She's $1.65 favourite, fixed odds for race number 5, our feature here at the park tonight. How do we play into the first leg of the pick 6 for me? Go 1 on top, just in front of 6. Not a lot between them. Killer Queen in the mix, and best roughie for me, number 10, LeBron. Punters, he is underrated. $9. Gee, he was good winning first up. He beat A Touch of Success, who we saw go round earlier on in the program tonight when running second. He's a half to Isaiah out of EJ Bex by Grin from Ear to Ear, of course owned by the Hopkins, along with Janine Cole and Ross Johnson. 2 the second row's not a bad draw for him, and I just had a look at him going through. I think he's tightened up since that last run, and he's a really nice type. $9, don't leave him out of your pick 6 tonight. He's your value in race number 3 tonight. For me, 1 on top to beat 6, 4 and 10. 1 on top to beat 6, 4 and 10. Aaron's numbers in race number 3, the first leg of pick 6. He's with 1 better be perfect on top to beat 4, 10 and 9. Aaron, good field this. I think there'll be plenty of form coming out of it. We haven't even talked about the likes of American Flyby, who's been very good to date. Of course, the winner of 3 from 5. She's won the second row. Need a little bit of luck from there, but you've got the likes of Mischief Maker, who showed enough ability last season, and a nice type in Poppy Maguire resuming tonight.
Yeah, it's a good field, isn't it? 1, 4, 10 and 9 for me. Better be perfect with the aid of a beautiful draw tonight. Runner up to Killer Queen last time. Tidy enough running behind the Faithful. 2 starts ago with the good draw. And aggressive Brent Mangos doing the driving. We'll have that on top. Killer Queen. She's bounced back after that fibrillation, 3 starts ago. David Butcher. The 10 LeBron after it. Strong debut victory. Runners are brushing up for the Beehive Food Service mobile pace. Thanks, Craig, with the runners in behind the Alabar Arm for the 3rd on the program and the chase for 25,000 in pick 6 this evening. 280 and 120 Killer Queen, now favourite over Emmanuel, 391.70. Better Be Perfect, 490, $1.60 off the inside. So green light flash, Better Be Perfect galloped out of barrier 1, so he's gone right out the back door from the start. Now first out was Kill Lady from Killer Queen. Ideal Flyby gets a nice enough drag through after avoiding Better Be Perfect at the start. They were followed by Tuapeka Sky as they worked the stables corner, then LeBron. They're followed by Mischief Maker, Emmanuel. Getting back in the field is Vinland. And the last pair, the stablemates Poppy Maguire and Better Be Perfect. Didn't use the ace draw. Galloped. Up into the back they go in the Beehive Food Service pace. Kill Lady clearly by 2.5 over Killer Queen and 3 back Ideal Flyby. They're followed by Tuapeka Sky. 2 lengths LeBron, then Mischief Maker. Emmanuel on the back of Mischief Maker. They're followed by Vinland and the last pair Poppy Maguire, fresh up on a new campaign, and Better Be Perfect 41 and 5, make that 45.1 was the lead time. So a soft lead here for a Kill Lady. In the hands of Salish Abernathy as it sweeps across the showgrounds turn. LeBron makes a challenge up on the outside now. Breast up alongside. McKendry wants the front, and LeBron strides on to the lead with purpose. Killer Queen now 3 back on the inside. Mischief Maker left parked. Emmanuel and Zach Butcher in the 1-1. Then Ideal Flyby back on the inside. And the last quartet consists of Tuapeka Sky against the marker line. Vinland to its outside. Then Better Be Perfect on the back of Vinland and 2 lengths off to Poppy Maguire. 32 the opening quarter. LeBron, the son of Grin from ear to ear, and the Magic Man Morris McKendry onto the stables corner final time over Kill Lady. Mischief Maker third and parked, and then Killer Queen, the race favourite, is all dressed up, nowhere to go. 3 back on the inside. To its outside, Emmanuel. They are followed then by American Fly by the inside of Vinland. Tuapeka Skies under a nice rain, but locked away against the marker line. Just getting forward of it now. Better Be Perfect, and last was Poppy Maguire. 32 the second quarter. LeBron down the back, being challenged now by Emmanuel on the outside. Then Kill Lady and Mischief Maker. Killer Queen away from the markers. American Flyby takes her spot on the marker line. They're followed by Vinland, Tuapeka Sky. Better Be Perfect taking off. And Poppy Maguire back straight quarter, 28.6. LeBron and Emmanuel, they'll corner up together. Kill Lady, Mischief Maker. Killer Queen, Better Be Perfect out wider. Then American Flyby. And Vinland, they come for home. LeBron, Emmanuel a length and a half. Kill Lady passing lane, then Mischief Maker, Killer Queen and Vinland at the 100 metres. Emmanuel but kicking strongly to its inside. LeBron, Emmanuel. LeBron comes back strongly. Emmanuel, all stars. They remain unbeaten tonight. Emmanuel, she gets the win over LeBron and Kill Lady. Killer Queen maybe just fourth in front of American Flyby and Mischief Maker, a game resuming run. They were followed Tuapeka Sky, then Better Be Perfect. Well, he wasn't tonight. Back in the field was Vinland. And Poppy Maguire, 245.5, 56.3 and 27.6 were the splits. Emmanuel will pull out enough. The Better's Delight gelding. Win 3 at start 10. And gets the job done nicely over LeBron, who goes down valiantly in second. Then Kill Lady, they lined up for fourth, but Killer Queen will just get that for David Butcher. Beehive Food Service Mobile Pace goes the way of Emmanuel and the Purdon Rasmussen team. 2 for 2 thus far tonight.
Official placings race 3, the Beehive Food Service Mobile Pace. 610 3 4 5 9. 610 3 4 5 9. Horse 6, Emmanuel, paced the 2200 metres in 245.59. Mile rate of 21.1. Last 856.3, the 427.6. The margins are half neck, 2 lengths, 5 lengths. 6:10.3, 4:59. Race 3, the Beehive Food Service Mobile Pace.
Emmanuel back at the head of the field. Raced by DM along with MD Dunford. Congratulations, win 3 at start 10. Mark Purden and Natalie Rasmussen trained at Rolleston, and Zach Butcher back at the head of the field. A winning double for both trainer-driver combination here, and scores in pretty good fashion too. The Better's Delight 5-year-old bay gelding out of Electric Lady, bred by Croon Bloodstock Limited. Matt Harmon down there, part of the victory celebrations, along with the steward of the Auckland Trotting Club in Peter May. 10 LeBron for second, Grin from ear to ear, 3-year-old bay gelding out of EJ Becks, Mrs. L.P. Hopkins, T.R. Hopkins, R.C. Johnson and Miss J.H. Cole, the owners. Frank Cooney, Tate Hopkins trained at Taupaki, Morris McKendry. 3 Kill Lady, Sutter Hanover, 6-year-old brown mare out of Miss Abigail for third, raced by CFAJ and Mrs. D.M. Greaves. Colin Butler trained at Cambridge, and Salish Abernathy. 6 Emmanuel, $3.70 into $1.80, $3.70, $1.80, 10 LeBron, $2.10, $2.10, and 3 Kill Lady, $4.60, $4.60. Quinella returns $19.40, $19.40. Trifecta $348.70, $348.70. First 4, $907.20, $907.20. We await for an update on pick 6 too after the first leg taken by the second favourite, number 6 Emmanuel. We'll have that for you when the horses come out onto the track for race 4.
But certainly it's a point of difference anyway, isn't it? Moving up, first heat of the summer, Pineley Farm, Stun and Callum Sprint Series. First flight in's had a gallop in behind the gate, so his chances will be gone because they're going without him. Green light, Be Me, he's had a gallop. Simply Fun's had a gallop too. Carnage at the start, and, well, now the red light's gone on. So it was green, I'm sure it was. It's now a red light, and Hudson Sully is charging. But, unfortunately, there were breakers galore there. I'm sure the green light went on for a period, but they've decided, Michael, as we go back to you, that it will be a false start. First flight in, he's probably very, very lucky.
Let's check out the start again and see if there's going to be any repercussions from this. The favourite on the fixed odds was First Flight In. It's had a gallop, but that's a bit further back than that. And then the 2, Be Me, has run into the wheel of the 1, Hudson Sully. So that was basically what they call, in technical racing terms, a debacle. Okay, so basically if you're on the second favourite there, First Flight In, you've done your chips. You're out of play, you've lost your money, forget about it. What happens? Something else gallops. That's beautiful. You are getting your second chance here. You are Lazarus. So let's hope it makes a better start to the 5th on the card over the 1,200 metres. We'll check out the dog market, come back to this. They appear to be relatively close to keeping formation, but just as we speak now, they are slowing down more so than I thought they would. Okay, this is going to be a minute or so. Okay. So The mobile's going to go around. It'll be at least 2 minutes. Let's have a look at the market for the next at Wanganui, and you can bet into that as well. Don't forget, later on tonight we have a $10,000 guaranteed quaddie. $10,000 guaranteed quaddie at the Cranbourne Gallops. That kicks off at 10:42. So 10:42, Cranbourne Gallops from races 5 onwards, $10,000 terminating quaddie. All the information for that, go to tab.co.nz. You can check it all out and do your research, find out the picks, all that sort of stuff, and have a go at the quaddie, because you might get some bonus money out of that. The divvy might be juicier than the pool suggests. Wanganui Dogs, Lonesome Nitro is the fave. $1.60 on the fixed. It's $2.10 on the tote. And Big Wonder, who beat our previous race winner last time out. So last time they met, Big Wonder was too good for Corborn Clover. It's a better field here, but it's $10 and $3.20 on the option. So the bookmakers are giving you big overs for Big Wonder compared with the tote, where it's $4.30. Now the tote's only skinny, $1,629 in the pool, but you are getting juicy overs there. Lonesome Nitro is the one that the bookmakers want to themselves. It raced last time out in a New Zealand Cup heat. So Matt Roberts took it south to the New Zealand Cup heats. Of course, we saw the semi-finals on Wednesday night, and cup betting is now open again after a couple of shocks in the semis. We saw a slightly different looking New Zealand Cup than we were expecting. So 4.5 minutes out, maybe 5 minutes out from Wanganui Dogs, and we're 4 minutes over time at Forbury. The good news is the Forbury race will only take 1 minute and 30 seconds, so it's not going to take as long as you would usually expect. Get your bets on for Wanganui. As I said, the under's the 3, the over's the 6 there. It's a 6-dog race, and therefore no dogs in boxes 1 or 8. So a compact 6 field. No vacant boxes between the dogs, though. At Forbury Park, they are milling around. It's a term we use in racing when horses are just walking around in circles. I don't know why we call it milling around, but they are. They don't appear to be milling anything, to be honest, but they're milling around, and they're about to go for the 1,200-metre race. Might get a quick comment here from Daryl Robinson. Daryl, any thoughts on Wanganui race 8 here? Because the bookmaker's very keen on Lonesome Nitro after dropping back from that New Zealand Cup heat.
Yes, big chance too here, Michael. I think obviously we'll find this a lot easier, but I have gone for the 2 to beat it. Just going outside the square here, Seguiaro will get plenty of room, and it will get his chance to possibly test this favourite. But if Lonesome Nitro turns up with his A-game performance, most certainly the one to beat. But Seguiaro will get plenty of room on the inside, so keep an eye on that one today with box 1. Scratch there, Corborn Rowan, also number 8 coming out, so leaves a field of 6. So the inside 2 dogs for me here, Michael, is a score up here at Forbury Park, and should be a good race, only the 6, and looking forward to it on the back of this race here at Forbury Park.
Yeah, thank you, Daryl. And number 3 has done his chips again. He's gone off his nut. He's catching the field, though, so you might still get a chance with First Flight in, but he is cantankerous, to say the least. Take 2 for race 5. Here's Jason Tees.
Almost there, 1,200 metres. Billy Klondike will take no part. They're underway and pacing. Gate speed from Hudson Sully on the inside. Be Me, First Flight in. Once he got down and pacing, he's shooting forward, and it's a 3-way duel at the winning post the first time. Just back behind these runners is Live to Tell from Simply Fun. Last of the runners with a chance is Royal Caroline, but about 3 lengths away. Billy Klondike will take no part tonight. Heading out towards the half mile. Hudson Sully kept the front and paces the opening quarter off the gate in 26.8. Leads up on the outside of Be Me. 3 wide is First Flight in, and he's been 3 wide the trip. Down on the inside is In the Trail, Live to Tell. That's a genius bit of driving. 1-1 Simply Fun, and last is Royal Caroline. 550 left to run. Pineley Farms, Stun and Cullen Sprint Series for the summer. Down the side, the leader remains Hudson Sully. Be Me looking at it the outside. First Flight in's gone. Live to Tell waits the passing lane with plenty of interest. 28.6 the second quarter. Up to the turn they come. Simply Fun the 1-1. Royal Caroline trying to push between them. First Flight in's beaten. On the turn, 200 out Hudson Sully. Be Me, Live to Tell just awaits that passing lane and grabs it now. Deeper out Simply Fun. Royal Caroline Caroline runs up into a brick wall. Liv Detel ran to the front. Royal Caroline getting through with Hudson Sully. Be Me, but Liv Detel, smartest drive, wins the race. Liv Detel beats Royal Caroline. Third in Hudson Sully. Be Me, Simply Fun. First flight in. He was 3 wide the trip. Billy Klondike had no chance after galloping in the store up. 28.6 the last quarter. 124.1 the time.
Well, that's why he's the world champion. Dexter Dunn started from barrier 4, was in the trail behind the leader after 100 metres and knew it was going to stay there, got the passing lane, got a knock at the 150 metre mark. He ducked outwards or the leader ducked inwards, one or the other. I think it was the latter. Doesn't really matter. Liv Detel is home, and the next time somebody tells you to back first flight in, stop talking to them for a week because it was absolutely dreadful. Confirming that shortly. Double D gets back-to-back winners. Not back-to-back, sorry, second for the night, my apologies. He won race 3, missed out on the 4th, but took race 5. OK, back to Wanganui here where Darryl has gone the 2. The 2 to beat the 3, but the bookmakers all over the 3 after it drops out of a New Zealand Cup heat last start where it ran 5th. Darryl, back to you for the 8th on the card.
Thank you, Michael. Yes, and looking forward to this 2 Lonesome Nitro now to 161.80 there on the tote. Excuse me, and also the 2 out to $7 along with the 7, both equal favourites. Interesting race. Boston Lightning, good third here 2 starts ago, getting home very well. And behind it, Check the Mail. We'll also appreciate a small field knuckle bump. Also appreciating that drop in class last time here, knuckle bump, coming down from that class 4 and 5 and picking up a second, and behind Cosmic Scramble there at Palmerston North on Monday. The other interesting bits in this race is Big Wonder here for Marie Gowan, and Marie's really got her going along very well. She was an upset winner here, of course, last Friday. And we'll see how she goes up in grade in Premier Division. Yet to miss a check from box 7. Also get plenty of room out wide there with no box 8 dog in the race. Should be a good race. Dopey Dog laser engraving for the class 3 and 4s. Just the field is 6, but a good field. Favourite here is Lonesome Nitro from the 3. Lure just about there ready. And racing and out wide here, Big Wonders made the best pick and go straight to the lead for Gowan. Now coming through on the inside is Lonesome Nitro. Get tracking through on that now is Knuckle Bump just on the outside to Premier Division. Back in the field to Boston Lightning and going wide. Seguiaro on the first corner. They charge down the back. Big Wonder in front, but now the favourite Lonesome Nitro charges up on the inside. Back in third now was Knuckle Bump. Also running on now Premier Division, trying to get past Boston Lightning. Break back to Seguiaro, won't do it. They go for home. Lonesome Nitro turn first. Trying hard though, Big Wonder, but Lonesome Nitro all of the way. Gee, big run by Big Wonder. She's gone another good race to second. Then we go to Knuckle Bump. Quite close here for 4th Premier Division. Maybe just ahead of Boston Lightning. And also Seguiaro just did nothing today. And it ran a bit wide there too in that first corner. Favourite 2 strong. The run of the race was the 6. Big Wonder. Gee, Marie Gowan's got her going along well. She's really turned a corner. We'll get second, and the 4 Knuckle Bump into third. 3, 6, 4 and 7. They've gone 30, 14, 502 and 1864. The sectionals 1150. The run home 2.5, 2 3/4, 4 1/4. Favourite 2 strong took over at the end of the back straight to Lonesome Nitro, and it comes away to pick up win number 11 over the 6 Big Wonder, and Knuckle Bump into third. Takes the time to race 9, first leg of the quaddie, and time to go here at 14 minutes after 8, kicking off with the class 4 and 5s once again, this time for the sprinters here. Michael, I'll go and wipe the egg off my face here. Seguiaro, very disappointing, ran wide on the first corner. Not too sure what was going on there, but the favourite 2 strong here in the 8th.
Happens to us all, Darryl. We all have picks which go astray. Let's hope it doesn't happen for us on Cup Day at Tuesday, where Craig Thompson and I will be heading with Greg O'Connor. Huge team on Tuesday. Craig, looking forward to that. I tell you what I am looking forward to too, though, is hearing from Mark Burley, your interview for the next on the card at Alexandra Park, because, Craig, it's an unusual tale, the nomadic horseman and his nomadic little Class 2 or 3 trotter.
Yeah, it's been everywhere, this little trotter, Michael, and he's got about 10 horses in work. We'll catch up with him very shortly. This horse has got a gate speed, a nice draw. Look for him to go forward, and I give it a cracking winning chance. Actually put it on top here. So let's go to that interview. Mark Burley, a face we haven't seen on trackside for quite some time. Welcome, Mark, to Alexandra Park. You've got one in tonight. Of course, your nice little trotter, little Miss Zigzag. She's a little bit of a journey woman. She's been all over the place. Give us a little bit of a background on her.
Well, I originally sent her to Darren Hancock's, and unfortunately she qualified and got hurt the next day and came home with a lot of stitches in her leg, and then I gave her a start here, and then Darren wanted her back, so I sent her back, and she got real crook. So
she was over there, placed in the Oaks behind Aria, and I think she won 4 over there while she was there.
Yeah, she won 4, and she's a little unlucky in the Oaks, but yeah, she did a great job over there.
Now she's back in the country. She's had the one run back. Her workout form, what I've seen at Franklin, was very good prior to that first up run.
Yeah, she went good. It's hard for me because I don't have what the big stables have, so she's a little, just needs a couple more starts to get the fitness up.
She a speed mare, Mark? Is she suited to these sprint series like the 1700 metres tonight?
Yeah, she just needs to learn to use it. That's the only problem I've got with her at the minute.
Gate speed tonight, barrier 4. She likely to go forward from that draw?
Yeah, she will.
How many are you working at the moment?
10. I've got 10 in work, yes, so keep me busy.
Good on you, mate. Chances tonight for the viewers out there, are we thinking top 4 finish, or are we thinking with the right type of run we can get the money?
Yeah, right type of run, I think we can get the money, yes.
Great to have you on camera tonight. Good luck with Little Miss Zigzag, and let's hope we see you in the winners' enclosure.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, Mark Burley, he trains and drives and part owns runner number 4, Little Miss Zigzag. Speed horse, nice draw, should go forward, may well wrestle the front here, and I think there's a couple in here that can leave the gate like Layla Invasion and Terrascova, but 1700 suits her, and I think you put a line through that run first up. She was in need of that run. She parade in a little bit of big condition. She's tightened up tonight, and it was the second row. I think she can use a draw tonight with good manners. She's a bit of overs. $5.50 on the book, $5.10 on the tote. Live to Tell, a Dexter Dunn special, 260-180 in the 1200 metre race. Not down the chute at Riccarton, but at Forbury Park. 260-180, Royal Caroline $2, Hudson Sally no third dividend. Quinella 4 and 6, $3.90. Trifecta 461, $27. First 4, 461 and 2, $71.80. Live to Tell gets the money in the second last at Forbury. Wanganui Dogs 3, 6, 4 and 7, 150, 110, 380. Quinella 660. Trifecta 37.10. First 4, 3, 6, 4 and 7, $86.20. Double 610. Concession 12.70. The triple trio appears not to be struck. So let's get a summary of race number 4 tonight. I put Little Miss Zigzag on top. All Royal Gal. James Stormont takes the drive for Robert Dunn tonight. Nice mare this. Done a wonderful job since coming up here and been racing right through the winter. Won 3 races at the park. Barrier 7 not ideal, but again a speed mare suited to 1700 metres, so look for her to go forward. Layla Invasion impressed me last week because although she got beaten by 5 lengths behind Paramount Dream, she did plenty work off the gate to get the front, and I wouldn't be surprised if Scott Fielding looks to light her up again from barrier number 5 tonight. So look for gate speed from 4, 5 and 6 here. Best of the rest, and I think an improver from last week is I Got Rhythm. Started second row last week. Tonight barrier number 3, and I think the hood comes off tonight, so runner number 3, I Got Rhythm for Ronnie Lauren. 4, 5, 7, 3. Aaron's 7, 5 and 4. The Dunstan Speed Series heat number 2 tonight. The first heat taken out by the very impressive Paramount Dream. We'll see her in the final. Unfortunately, Aaron, they've lost the stablemate. Eyes are smiling out of this heat tonight.
Yeah, unfortunate, isn't it? As a scratching, she'd been going nicely at the workouts too. Eyes are smiling, so let's hope everything's okay with the Peak as a Spur mare. 7 All Royal Gal for me in this. Did have to run around with a flat tyre last week. And behind Paramount Dream, James Stormont to do the driving this evening for Robert Dunn. 5 Layla Invasion, very good when runner-up and behind Paramount Dream. Scotty Phelan can certainly go one better. 4, Little Miss Zigzag. Front row draw, I think, is the key around her chances tonight. From a front row draw, she's certainly got the speed to cross and be prominent. 5 and 2.30. And the one I thought was a touch disappointing in the first heat of the series was Terraskova. She's got plenty of gate speed. I just wonder if luck might try and use that tonight and just go. If she does go, she would be a chance if she found the top, Terraskova. 7, 5, 4 and 6 in the Dunstan Speed Series Trot Heat 2.
I think they went around about 2.6 in the first heat, Aaron. I think they'll go a little bit quicker tonight because I think there'll be plenty of speed from mid-draws here. 4, 5, 6, as you said, Lucky tends to light them up. Terraskova, she likes to go forward, so over the 1,700 metres, no point in going back. I think they'll be running this race at a very quick speed. Just those who are in the northern region for tomorrow, we've got trials and workouts here. 64 horses at the park tomorrow. Huge day at the trials. Runners here in heat number 1, well worth getting along to. Huey Green on the back of an outstanding trial last Saturday at Franklin. He goes around in heat number 1 along with Besotted, Voluntad and a couple of others. They kick off at 10 o'clock here tomorrow at Alexandra Park. 64 go around 12 heats. Talk about a couple of other runners that'll go around here tomorrow morning. If you're in the Green Lane area, get along to the park.
And this series as well. It's been a good series over the last couple of years, and we're looking forward to an exciting final again in a week or so's time. Thanks, Craig. Dunstan Speed Series Trot Heat 2, 1,700 metres. Terraskova will miss the start by 4 lengths. Green light is up. And they're away in trotting. It's now or never with Ventimiglia making good beginnings. Ventimiglia will show enough gate speed, though, to hold up from the ace barrier. Laylure Invasion comes forward to be third. Then Little Miss Zigzag looking to drop to the marker line to get a prominent run there for Mark Burley. They're followed by All Royal Gal. Back in the field, I Got Rhythm. And the last is Terraskova. The run off the gate in 6.1 as they work the showgrounds turn and about to work into the lane. 12.50 to go. Ventimiglia, Lynn Neal holds up the lead. Over it's now and ever. Nicky Chilcott trailing. Laylure Invasion pressing now the outside. Wants the lead for Scotty as it did in Heat 1. 30.2 was the opening quarter. Little Miss Zigzag now left park with I Got Rhythm 4 back on the markers. All Royal Gal, the race favourite. James Stormont 1-1. And Terraskova luck chin on the favourites back, a circuit to go. Laylure Invasion, the Umbro Invasion mirror onto the stables corner, their one and only time. Over Ventimiglia now trailing at a Little Miss Zigzag getting closer out parked. It's now or never 3 back on the inside. All Royal Gal is in the 1-1. I Got Rhythm, Morris McKendry trapped away 4 back on the pegs and Terraskova to its outside. 32 and 6 the second quarter. Laylure Invasion into the back. Leads by a length and a quarter. Getting to its wheel is Little Miss Zigzag. And back on the inside, Ventimiglia. All Royal Gal's had a nice trip in the race. She's in the 1-1 around. It's now or never. Then Terraskova on the outside of I Got Rhythm as they trot to the end of the back straight. 500 to go. Laylure Invasion. Little Miss Zigzag to its outside. Back on the inside, Ventimiglia will wait the passing lane. All Royal Gal about to peel out of the 1-1 as Terraskova gets around that. 31 the third quarter. Further back then to its now or never, just running up into a pocket. And I Got Rhythm. Laylure Invasion for home. Little Miss Zigzag and All Royal Gal comes at them strongly out 3. Then Ventimiglia. It's now or never in Terraskova. Laylure Invasion. All Royal Gal closes in. Little Miss Zigzag in the centre's not done with. All Royal Gal, Little Miss Zigzag, Laylure Invasion. Great 3-way struggle here. All Royal Gal, Little Miss Zigzag worrying her out of it, and Little Miss Zigzag's in. Little Miss Zigzag wins by a half a head over All Royal Gal and Laylure Invasion for third. Ventimiglia, I Got Rhythm, it's now or never, and Terraskova in 2:09. Final quarter 28.9 in the last half and 60 even. Great tussle in the home straight. Little Miss Zigzag having her second run back after returning from Australia. The Love You Mere at a meander with Earl. It's a wonderful trotting family, this. Mark Burley, the trainer-driver, worries All Royal Gal out of the prize to score by a half ahead. James Stormont second, Laylure Invasion and Scotty Phelan for third, and Ventimiglia will make up the first 4 in the Dunstan Speed Series Heat 2. Nicely to Little Miss Zigzag.
Official placings race 4, the Dunstan Speed Series Trot, Heat 2. 475 123. 475 123. Horse 4, Little Miss Zigzag, trot of the 1700 metres in 209.06, a mile rate of 22.1. Last 860, the 428.9. The margins ahead, 1 length, 3.5 lengths. 475 123, race 4, the Dunstan Speed Series Trot, Heat 2.
Little Miss Zigzag to come back at the head of the field. That's her sixth victory at start 13. Her second victory under the ribbon of light here at Alexandra Park. Raced by breeders Mrs. HMC Burley, along with Mark Burley, the trainer from Pukekohe, and Mark also doing the driving back at the head of the field. Greeted by Gretel Webber for Dunstan Horse Feeds. Pat Gubb, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, also in attendance for the victory celebrations. Good win by Little Miss Zigzag. 7 All Royal Gal Monarchy, Royden Action, 5-year-old bay mare, raced by the Newmans, AD and IM. Robert Dunn trained at Woodend Beach and James Stormont. And 5 for third, Leilua Invasion, Umbro Invasion, Tesley Lure, 8-year-old bay mare, raced by KR McGrath and Mrs. M.A. Barker. Sean McCaffrey and Ross Painter trained at Cambridge. And Scott Phelan. 4 Little Miss Zigzag, 5 and $2.70. 5 the win, $2.70 the place. 7 All Royal Gal at $1.30, $1.30. And in for third, Leilua Invasion, no third dividend. Quinella, $4.30, $4.30. Trifecta, $30.30, $30.30. And the first 4, $295.30, $2.95 and $30. Double, 6 and 4, $9.10, $9.10, 6 and 7 concession, $2.50. $2.50, 6, 6 and 4 in the treble, $291.60, $291 and 60. And the early quaddies, 6, 6, 6 and 4, $345.30, $345.30. Pick 6, 3002.86, 3002.86. Second of the kids' carts action tonight, brought to us by Bakel's Edible Oils and McCain's here. Bakel's Edible Oils is a manufacturer of quality cooking oils and spreads to the New Zealand market. We welcome Shane Madden on track tonight. And McCain Premium Fries are made in New Zealand, are gluten-free and halal certified. McCain fries have a superior hold time with a high quality texture, taste and presentation. McCain, you've done it again. Quinton Luck on track here tonight for McCain's, and we'll hand you over to Cameron Shaw to bring you the action for the kids' carts.
And as quickly as that, we're off in the kids' cards. Gee whiz, they don't give us much time, do they? Gentle Ben yet again was fast off the inside there, going forward early as Georgie Boy to be up handy as he was in the first of these tonight. Dainty runs along in third towards the outside, followed back by Dolu's in the middle. Trying to come through there is Scooby, followed back in the field then to Sparky. He's down towards the inside. They're followed back by Porcelain Doll, who's starting to come round runners. Next then down towards the inside is Cosmo.